love me some Musky.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be. I'm leaving it on there. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in for this week's Summer Outdoors Report. I'm here with Travis Nielsen, and we're just going to get right into it today. Let's start off with Panfish. You go first, tell us what you heard, and we'll go from there.
Most of the panfish that I've been hearing have been, bluegills in the shallows, pretty much everywhere in town here. And crappies have kind of moved out a little bit. Most people in the boats are still getting them. Anywhere from trolling, pulling lindies, just about everything, depending on what spectrum of the water column they're in.
That's kind of what I've heard also. Bluegills still heading up shallow during the day, 3 to 6. You can get some crappies from shore, but it's going to be an evening bite right at that 7:30 to about 9:30 mark. A lot of guys that are hitting them from shore for the crappies are hitting them with minnows on bobber and just kind of sitting on docks and just kind of doing that type of thing. Bluegills, we've been selling a lot of night crawlers this week. Everybody's running a little chunky night crawler, wax them on a little flu jig, pulling them out of the shallows. There again, I've heard of them out in the deep. A lot of guys are checking the aerators on bud. You got to be careful with the aerators. Keep in mind there is I believe it's a 25-foot rule. You can't anchor up on the aerators, but you can definitely get close and throw up underneath them. That's where the fish are going to be. How about bass? What are you hearing about bass right now?
Most guys are fishing docks, weed edges, getting up in shade in the trees, things like that. Anything from pitching frogs, jigs, plastics, spinnerbaits, and a little bit of everything's been working. Actually, had that guy in just a little bit ago that won that one salmon bait that I don't remember what it was called. Bass bug.
Yep. That's what it was. Yeah.
Things like that.
And that being said, there's a lot of people requesting lures. If there's something that we don't carry that you guys want, make sure you let us know, and I'll do my best to try to get whatever you're looking for. That's just one case of a gentleman coming in and you want a specific salmon bait, and we're going to make sure that we try to get that for him. Alright, so if you guys are definitely looking for those baits that we don't have on hand, it doesn't hurt to ask. We'll try to do our best to get those in. Speaking about baits, we did get a bunch of new bass stuff in, some chatterbaits, some new jigs and plastics. Now walleyes. I know it's been kind of tough last couple weeks, but the bite's starting to pick up. What are you hearing on walleyes?
I'll tell you what we're doing.
Okay.
We've been trolling, and most people are trolling too slow. I'm going to be honest with you. It's summertime. You got to trigger the bites, whether you're smacking your bait into rocks or speed. Anywhere from 3.5. Most guys are going to be trolling 2.1 to 2.5. I'll tell you what, try kicking it up. Go 3.5, 4 miles an hour. You might just be surprised. And we've been doing really, really well.
And what lake what would you recommend? I've been getting reports this week, Tuttle's starting up again. It's not as fast as furious as it used to be, but there is a couple walleyes coming from the bridge throwing plastics. A lot of Musky minnows down there and some yum, that type of stuff, power bait, ripple shads. There's a lot of guys starting to run on Tuttle with planer boards doing the crankbait thing, but however, everybody goes to Tuttle. If they want to get them in town, which lakes would you recommend?
I'd go to Hall Lake, hands down, to start off. Even Sisseton, you can get on some good bites on Sisseton and Whole Blood. Amber, all lakes have some pretty good bites. It's just a matter of paying attention to the small details that are holding the fish.
Okay.
Follow the bait. That's what I'll say.
And to give Travis a free plug, if you guys struggle on some walleyes and you definitely need some help getting on them, he does run a guide service. It's reasonably priced. Just hit him up. Again, down below, I will include all of his contact information, and
I'll put you on the fish.
There you go. You heard it. He's promising it. Remember that.
Yes.
Real quick, besides walleyes, I've heard a little bit of northern bite up on Perch Lake. They're not huge. They're eater size northerns, probably about 3-4 pounds. There's a couple bigger ones. A lot of them are being caught on daredevils, just casting there on perch. A little bit of a perch bite while you're up there. Not so much to mention too much, but there's a little bit of a decent perch bite up there. Now lastly, your favorite species of fish. Tell us about muskies and fill the viewers in on what happened this last weekend.
My favorite fish is the musky. Yes. Around here the water temperature's getting a little bit too hot on Fox Lake, you know. So I started moving north a little bit. Actually, also I head down to Okoboji and Spirit Lake. A little bit cooler waters down there too. But yeah, this last weekend went up to the Eagle River, fishing professional musky tournament trail with my buddy Ryan, and it was our first time actually fishing that particular body of water that we were fishing. And we ended up pre-fishing a day and a half, and ended up getting third place in the whole deal. Fished against the best fishermen in the musky industry. You know, it's a lot of fun. You know, I love doing those just because you get to meet new people and you get to see guys. You know, guys I only get to see once or twice a year that are a lot of fun to hang out with.
Now, how many boats? I mean, fill them in. It's not just 3-4 boats in the musky tournament. How many boats were there? 120.
I believe there was the exact number was 127 boats.
Wow, that's a lot of boats in one tournament.
Yeah, and tough. And that fishery itself, you know, it already had 3 tournaments the weekends before the weekend we got there, and they have club night 2 nights a week. So they're extremely pressure fish. They're really educated.
So do you want to let the viewers in on the secret to winning that tournament?
Really, honestly, our fish came off of one specific spot. We knew they were there. They were the bigger fish of the system. You know, a bigger fish there runs about 45 inches. It's really good. I mean, it's a big fish anywhere, but for there, that's about the top. We moved quite a few fish there. By moving, I mean fowls.
Yep.
And then we're just fishing weeds, a combination of weeds, which is cabbage, tobacco cabbage, curly pondweed, and some grass, and lots of bait. And access to deep water was the key there. I mean, we fished it hard.
Now you guys are making a run for the championship. Tell them how many more, you have to win what, one more invite, and then you can go into the championships?
We have to fish one more qualifier, and then we should be on the road to the World Championship. Yeah, that'll be, our next qualifier is end of September, and then our World Championship will be the end of October, actually on Lake Miltona here by us.
Yeah, we'll definitely be following you on that, and I'm sure we'll keep you guys posted also on that. Now lastly, to close out with, I promised you guys something big, and we got something big. I'll give you a little sneak peek what we're going to do. I'm working on a contest. It's going to be a fun contest, but there's going to be prizes, and I'm probably going to do a separate video on that, just because it's going to be a pretty big contest.
After what you said about it, you know, the little tidbits you told me, it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool.
Now, before we head out, definitely please send in all your pictures to us, and we'll put them on these videos during this whole process. And that's about it. If you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe below. We'll see you guys next week.